welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. In the news today, terrorists kill 50, get 20 years. Oshiomhole says what judges don't want Nigerians to hear. Senator Adams Oshiomhole has ignited a national debate that Nigeria can no longer afford to ignore. Speaking during a live interview on Chinese television, the former Edo State governor delivered a blunt message. Nigeria's justice system is undermining the fight against terrorism by issuing lenient sentences that contradict the very laws enacted to protect citizens. In a country where mass killings have become tragically routine, his statement has struck a raw nerve. Oshiomole's central claim is chilling. Terrorists responsible for massacres, men who burn villages, shoot worshippers, and slaughter farmers are sometimes walking away with mere 20-year sentences. Even when the Terrorism Prevention Act prescribes death or life imprisonment for many of these crimes, he questioned why judges are granting a level of clemency that the law does not authorize, creating an environment where the punishment no longer reflects the gravity of the offense. The Terrorism Act is explicit. Certain offenses, including attacks resulting in death, mass abductions, and international destruction of critical national infrastructure, are capital crimes. Yet, courtrooms across the country have handed down sentences that appear to sanitize the brutality of terrorism. Oshiomole's frustration reflects the sentiments of millions of Nigerians who have watched communities destroyed while perpetrators receive what many view as discounted justice. The implications are severe. When courts they dilute statutory penalties, they weaken deterrence. Nigeria is not fighting ordinary crime. It is battling insurgency, networks armed, networks armed with sophisticated weapons, foreign financing, and ideological indoctrination. A soft-handed judiciary sends the wrong signal that even the worst acts of terror can be negotiated down to mid-level prison terms. It demoralizes soldiers who risk their lives on the front lines and devastates families who have buried loved ones without closure. Consider the perspective of a soldier stationed in Borno or Kaduna after ambushing terrorists, engaging them in gunfire, and losing brothers in arms. He watches suspects transferred from a battlefield to a courtroom. Months later, he hears that a man responsible for killing dozens has received a 15 or 20-year sentence with the responsibility of early release for good behavior. What message does that send to those who risk their lives daily to protect this country? What message does it send to terrorists who study Nigeria's institutions and exploit every weakness? Oshiomhole also highlighted a constitutional truth. Only the president of Nigeria has the authority to grant clemency. Judges do not have the legal power to reduce mandatory sentences to critical capital crimes. Their duty is clear: to apply the law as written. When judges depart from statutory mandates, they undermine the when judges depart from statutory mandates, they undermine both the Constitution and Nigeria's counter-terrorism framework, creating a dangerous legal loophole that benefits the worst criminals in the country. This is not a call for jungle justice or arbitrary executions. It is a demand for consistency, integrity, and adherence to the law. A justice system that publicly condemns terrorism while privately granting leniency undercuts national security and erodes public confidence. Victims deserve more than symbolic outrage. They deserve a system that recognizes the scale of their loss and responds with the full weight of the law. Nigeria cannot defeat terrorism with a judiciary that inadvertently softens the consequences of mass murder. The courts must align with the legislature, the armed forces, and the security apparatus to create a unified front. This includes upholding maximum penalties where the law requires them, ensuring transparency in sentencing, and avoiding judicial activism that minimizes the severity of terror crimes. Oshiomhole comments may spark controversy, but they reflect a growing realization. Nigeria cannot win an asymmetric war while treating terrorism like an ordinary criminal offense. In a nation where thousands have been killed and millions displaced, justice must be firm, consistent, and unambiguous. Anything less endangers the country further. At a time when terrorists continue to evolve, infiltrate communities, and expand their operations, the judiciary must not be perceived as a weak link. The stakes are too high, the casualties too many, and the consequences too dangerous. Justice in moments like this must not only be served, it must be unmistakably warning to anyone who chooses violence against the Nigerian people. These are well thought out and well said, by the senator from Edo State, the person of Adams Oshiomhole. And the earlier we, critically look at, terrorism in this country with, seriousness, the better for us. And for some of the things that the man has said, they are, what many will love to align with because of the fact that those who are going into this terrorism decided, I think they have made up their mind to do it with a lot of impunity, knowing fully well that as long as they didn't die during the operation, if they go through our justice system, they will still come out with a lot of leniency. And it's a shame on some of our judges. I will not be absolute because there are some in the judiciary that are doing properly well, but those who have already soiled their hands with so many things, maybe biases from religion or ethnicity, or even with money, shame on them because they are the one that are, pulling down the morale of our men soldiers that are the front line, that do not want them even to be committed to this country. And I hope the president can work along with his team to rid them out of the system. Nigeria needs to, to enjoy, services of better people than this set of people. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.